What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new year in wrestling, Reloaded 1998 Part 2. 98 was a great fucking year in pro wrestling. ECW was on fire, on pay-per-view also. WCW was on fire. WWF was on fucking fire. All three companies, a lot of the same months, you had 3 pay-per-views every month. That was crazy. Well, ECW didn't have a pay-per-view every month, but you get my point. Year in Wrestling 1998 Part 2, Reloaded. First, I'm going to talk a little bit about WrestleMania 14. You had some of the highlights. What I remember. LOD returned. LOD 2000. I was okay with the new look. They were wearing like, I don't know what to call them, helmets. Like spray painted like biker helmets or catcher helmets or hockey mask for goalies helmets. Anyways, LOD 2000 was not good with Sunny. Not good at all. She did not fit. Why the fuck was she put with the Road Warriors? What the fuck? And LOD 2000 did not last long. I guess Hawk had a substance abuse problems again, so he had to go away. Then they got Draws to replace Hawk. And then probably it was Vince Russo's idea. His dumbass turned Hawk being an alcoholic into a storyline. That was embarrassing and sad. Should have never happened. You shouldn't have went there, Russo. That was wrong. Then you acted like Hawk was gonna. This was like later in '98. I don't know the month, August, September, October. But then you had Hawk on Raw climb up the Titantron like he was gonna commit suicide and jump. That just went too far. That wasn't wrestling. That wasn't entertaining. That wasn't a good storyline. That was shit. Acting like Hawk was gonna commit suicide on Raw. And then he falls. Like he fell to his death. What the fuck was that? Russo, you're a sick man. I know Vince McMahon, it's his company, and I get he agreed to it, but Russo, I bet, came up with it. So WrestleMania 14, LOD 2000, they got a huge fucking pop. They won a tag team battle royal, only to lose to the New Age Outlaws the next month at Unforgiven. Which, that was stupid. I was expecting LOD 2000 to win the tag titles. They did not. I thought they should have. I did get to see LOD 2000 at Over the Edge 98 because I was there live. That was a fucking highlight to see the entrance. And they got a huge fucking pop because they are the Road Warriors. They weren't LOD, they weren't LOD 2000. To me, they will always be the fucking Road Warriors. They had their best run in the NWA. They had good runs in the AWA and WWF Tag Champs twice. So WrestleMania 14, LOD 2001, got a huge pop. Undertaker, Kane, their first ever one-on-one match. It was fucking pretty damn good. It was epic. Great entrances. What a build-up to Taker and Kane. What a fucking storyline. What a build-up. It was great. Fucking greatness. And Taker made Kane a fucking megastar that night at WrestleMania 14. Kane lost, but I expected that. think Undertaker had to give Kane like 3 tombstones to defeat him, but it was a really good match. Another highlight was Mike Tyson at WrestleMania 14. That was big. That was fucking big because it brought mainstream media coverage to WrestleMania 14. He had like a ton of what do they call them? Photographers at ringside from like international all over the world taking pictures for magazines and newspapers. It was insane. And WrestleMania 14 did a really good buy rate, like over 1 million, I think. So then Stone Cold wins the title for the first time. That was fucking awesome. That was the highlight of WrestleMania 14. We were in the Stone Cold era. So now I'm going to talk about, for the rest of this year in Wrestling 98, something's on my new Bailey shirt. Who's the real role model, by the way? Leave in the comments, Bailey or Britt Baker, because they both are calling themselves a role model. So now I'm going to talk exclusively for the rest of this year in Wrestling Reloaded Part 2 on 98 about ECW Super Shows. I just want to say I'm very happy WWE Network has added more ECW Super Shows. That's fucking awesome. I loved the original ECW. I was a insane fan of it. Really obsessed. And I thought it was great. And it's, you gotta put more Super Shows on the network. The rest of 97s and a lot of 98s and 99s. I don't know when they're going to do that. I hope before 2020's over, the entire ECW Super Shows and video catalog is uploaded to the network. Because a lot of these shows I would like to watch. I haven't seen it. I think I've seen every Super Show, but I don't know. Not every one. So, up first, I'm going to review ECW Cyber Slam 98. It was a big super show from the ECW Arena on February 21st, 98. 2,000 fans were there. It was sold out ECW Arena. The crowd was hot, on fire. Crowd was really into the show, but a lot of the times the ECW fans took over the show and tried to put themselves over. But still the crowd was respectful and loved good wrestling. So this Cyber Slam was right before the ECW Living Dangerously 98 pay-per-view. Which, that was awesome pay-per-view. You had Taz and Bam Bam go through the fucking ring for the first time ever in any wrestling company. 2 guys went through the mat. It was awesome. It was shocking. It was just fucking... It was unexpected. First time I saw that clip of when ECW opened the show, they showed a whole bunch of highlights. The first time I saw Taz and Bam Bam go through the ring in like 99 when I was watching ECW full time. When I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? What show, what pay-per-view is that from? I gotta buy the video and see that. And I did buy the video, Living Dangerously 98. Came with 2 video cassettes, actually. 2 videotapes. You don't know what, let me see if I have them. If you kids out there don't know what videotapes are, here is one, actually. This is what they look like. This is actually WrestleMania 5. But anyways, that's a videotape. They no longer sell those. Those are definitely vintage and old school. So, Yeah, I bought the Living Dangerously 98 video, and it came with 2 videos, and it was like, I think like $39 or 35 or something. I don't remember. Or shipping was like 36. So, yeah. Living Dangerously 98, Taz and Bam Bam went through the fucking ring, and Al Snow and Head made a great entrance, and all the heads in the crowd, the styrofoam heads, everybody in the crowd was getting head. But the styrofoam head, not the other kind of head. So, anyways, they loved getting head. They were bouncing their heads up and down. It was awesome. That sounds very dirty, but that's what they were doing. They were getting head with their heads, with their styrofoam heads. Al Snow comes out, beats up Shane Douglas. Lance Storm had a mystery partner, and he said, or Sonny, I don't know who it was. Sonny was with Chris Candido and Shane Douglas, and the triple threat. Sonny was supposed to be Lance Storm's mystery partner, but no, she was not. She turned on Lance Storm. And then they put the mic up to Lance Storm and say, "Who the hell's your partner? Who do you got? Who is it?" He says, "I'm going to give you head." And out comes Al Snow. And then the pay-per-view ends with all the damn heads being thrown in the ring. It is a sight to fucking see. It was awesome. Never seen it. Watch Living Dangerously 98 pay-per-view on the network. You all know what I'm talking about then. So let's go get CyberSlam 98. In my review of it, Jerry Lynn defeated Danny Doring and with Roadkill. That was pretty good. Al Snow defeated Tracy Smothers with Little Guido and Tommy Rich because they were the FBI. And Al Snow at CyberSlam the crowd again. In the ECW arena had all the styrofoam heads. They tossed him in the ring when Al Snow's theme, the original theme, Prodigy, was playing. I forget the name of the song, but it was awesome. Great theme for Al Snow and for Head. Probably a great theme to get Head to. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But, sadly, the guy from the Prodigy, I believe he committed suicide or died. So up next, we had Chris Candido, or Chris Chetty. Chris Chetty, Taz's cousin, also the first graduate, I believe, of the House of Hardcore ECW wrestling school. Chris Chetty defeated Doug Furnas. It was only 4 minutes. Lance Storm then defeated Chris Candido. They were tag team champions at the time, and they were feuding. And my God, Lance Storm, fucking great wrestler, great worker. Chris Candido, also great worker. He kind of, in 98, he looked like he was on juice a lot. He looked like he was jacked, really jacked, but he's still a great worker. Steroids did not hold him back. The guy could fucking work with anybody and have a good match. Chris Candido, rest in peace. Man, I'm so sorry you had to deal with the fucking whore Sunny, because she cheated on you a lot. So up next we had for the ECW TV title, Taz defeated Brockus. Fucking Brockus. The guy was like a WWF developmental talent. He was barely ever on WWF TV, maybe like a couple times. Barely ever on Raw. Never on pay-per-views. Brockus, I think, was probably on Superstars, and that's it. The guy was so fucking jacked. Obviously was on the juice and roids. The guy was way too jacked. He had to be on roids. I don't know where the hell Brockus came from. At one point, I think they had a video package for him that he was coming to the WWF. I don't know. I think he was trained by the Hart family or somebody, or he was in the Hart family. I don't know. But I did see Brockus in the Wrestling with Shadows documentary, so maybe he's a part of the Hart family. I don't know. But Brockus, the guy was not a good wrestler. He was too jacked. He could barely wrestle. Brockus gets defeated by Taz quick in 2 minutes, 37 seconds. And I don't know why Draws was with Brockus. Taz choked out Brockus. He tapped out quick. So Taz retained the TV title. And at the time, Bam Bam Bigelow was... before CyberSlam, Bam Bam was like a babyface. Actually teamed up with Taz to take on the triple threat, Shane Douglas and Candido. But Taz dropped the TV title behind him on the mat. Bam Bam picked it up, turned on Taz, hit Taz with the TV title. Bam Bam rejoined the triple threat and turned on Taz. So at CyberSlam, Taz grabbed the TV title after his match, said, Bam Bam, I'm ready, come and fucking get it. Or come and take it. Up next, we had Just Incredible, another damn good worker. Never got pushed in WWF. Had a goofy ass, stupid cartoon gimmick. Is Aldo Montoya, but Just Incredible in ECW was great. Fucking main eventer. Paul Heyman brought the best out of him and pushed him the right way. And just really pushed him to the moon. And he was good on the mic too. Just Incredible with Jason and Nicole Bass. Rest in peace, Nicole Bass. Howard Stern Whackpacker. Just Incredible defeated Tommy Dreamer in a first blood matchup. I actually have CyberSlam on DVD somewhere. I should watch that first blood matchup back because I don't remember it. The Hardcore Chair Swinging Freaks, Axel Ron, Balls Mahoney. Rest in peace, Axel. Rest in peace, Balls. Very sad they have passed. They were a good team. They defeated the Sandman and Spike Dudley. And they defeated the Gangstonators and the Dudleys, so it was a fatal four-way. Or it was a three-way dance, but it was 4 teams involved. Before, I believe, before this show, maybe, all the wrestlers came out to the ring at CyberSlam and did a 10-bell salute to Tommy Dreamer's grandfather, which I believe is his grandfather passed away. And Tommy started crying. He was choked up about it. And the Sandman was on the mic saying, the reason Tommy is a wrestler because his grandfather gave him the money to go to wrestling school. And then they did a 10-bell salute. All the wrestlers were in the ring. The Dudleys were even broke character. They weren't acting like heels. So the whole ECW roster is in the ring to pay tribute to Tommy Dreamer that he lost his grandfather. And out comes Just Incredible. And gets on the mic, everybody's dead quiet in the crowd to respect and pay their respects because Tommy Dreamer was the heart and soul of ECW. And everybody respected him, every fan. I love Tommy Dreamer. Loved him in the original ECW. The guy was one of my favorites. Back to Just Incredible, gets in the ring, grabs the mic, the crowd's yelling at him like, get the fuck out of here, what are you doing? He's disrespecting Tommy Dreamer's dead grandfather that had passed away. Just Incredible goes, yeah, I'm just here, I don't know exactly what he said, but he goes, hey, I'm just here to pay my respects. Tommy, I wish your stupid, pathetic grandfather, or I wish it was you that died instead of your stupid, pathetic grandfather. And Just Incredible had insane heat. Tommy Dreamer tackled him, wanted to beat the shit out of him. just incredible. Pulled out of the ring by a whole bunch of officials and refs and wrestlers. Beulah on the outside starts pushing Justin, slaps him, screaming at him. Beulah was pissed too, and she's kicking Justin's ass. So Justin Incredible defeated Tommy Dreamer. First blood. I gave you the fatal four-way. Balls and Axel won. By the way, the Gangstanators were John Cronus and New Jack for a short time. Now the main event, Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow, the triple threat, defeated RVD and Sabu in the main event. So that was CyberSlam. Now let's review, before I end this part 2, let's review ECW's. Before I get to this next Super Show, It Ain't Seinfeld. That was the name of the Super Show, It Ain't Seinfeld. That's a great name. ECW had a pay-per-view in May of 98. After Living Dangerously was in March. May. ECW WrestlePalooza. Pretty damn good show. Really hot crowd. From WCW's home base of Atlanta, GA. So you had a lot of matches. Lance Storm, Chris Candido defended the tag titles against Axel and Balls. That was pretty good. RVD defended the ECW TV title against Sabu in a classic. I believe it went like 30 minutes. And RVD just became TV champ from Bam Bam Bigelow in April. Bam Bam defeated Taz for the TV title. RVD defeated Bam Bam in Buffalo, New York. And then RVD would have a record reign, like 23 months as TV champ. So RVD and Sabu had a classic at WrestlePalooza 98. Shane Douglas defended the world title against Al Snow. This was his final ECW appearance and pay-per-view. He would go back to the WWF main roster. Al Snow got so fucking over in ECW. So fucking over. WWF and Vince had to bring him back and put him on Raw and pay-per-views with Head. And then Head even got over in WWF. It was crazy. In the late 90s, you had the fans, and I did it at shows also, the fans chanting at Al Snow. They kept chanting, Head, 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 Head. It was hilarious. If you didn't watch wrestling in the 90s, late 90s, you have no idea what Head meant or what I'm talking about. But again, Al Snow got a fucking mannequin head over. It was over more than him. And it saved his career. Gave new life to his career. So Al Snow had a pretty damn good match with Shane Douglas. And Shane Douglas was really beat up at this time as the world champ. The guy that busted, broken elbow, had a giant cast on his elbow. Might have had a torn bicep. Had like broken bones in his face. But he still showed up and wrestled in the main event. So now I'm going to review ECW It Ain't Seinfeld. Again, that's a hilarious name for a show. For a wrestling show. So why can't this won't pop up? I gotta type the whole damn name in. So here we go. If I can find it, it's gotta be on the internet. ECW It Ain't Seinfeld happened from Queens, New York City, the Madhouse of Extreme. Tiny little like ballroom, or I don't know if it was a club or what. But it was a pretty tiny building, but the crowd was always fucking hot in Queens, New York for ECW. They did a lot of TV tapings there. They had the first ever ECW on TNN there. So the building's called the Elks Lodge, Queens, New York. The attendance was 1,000 fans, and it was a little building, but the crowd was fucking hot, always. So here we go with It Ain't Seinfeld. Up first, Just Incredible defeated, or Jerry Lynn defeated Just Incredible. Pretty good match. Sabu defeated Danny Doring by submission. That was very short, 3 minutes, 54 seconds. Chris Candido with Francine defeated Jamie Dundee, part of PG-13, the tag team. Jamie Dundee, also the son of Bill Dundee. And Jamie Dundee's a big time fuck up. And the guy's also a fucking creep. I hope he's out of wrestling forever. Up next, we had the Blue World Order, Supernova, and the Blue Mini defeated the full-blooded Italians, the FBI. Lance Storm defeated Boz Mahoney by pinfall. Rob Van Dam defending the ECW TV title. RVD defeated Mikey Whipwreck. RVD wrestled to a no contest. I don't know why it's a no contest. ECW never had DQs or anything. Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Axel Rotten really quick. 1:23 seconds. And the main event was the Dudley Boys. Devon Dudley, Bubba Ray Dudley, Big Dick Dudley defeated the team of the Sandman, Spike Dudley, and Tommy Dreamer. Tommy also had Beulah in their corner. Dudley's had Sign Guy, Dudley, and Joe Gertner in their corner. And before the match, it was fucking hilarious. The Dudleys were on the mic ripping apart the fans, just tearing them apart. Bubba Ray got on the mic, destroyed the fans, almost started a riot. He almost started many riots. He did start many riots from him on the mic. Says this one fan, he's like, I think it was like a 16-year-old kid or something. Bubba starts saying to the kid, Devon is F your mother or something like that. Devon will F your mother so hard with his 10 inches. And the kid was like losing it, getting really pissed. I believe the kid mooned him or something. Pulled his pants down and mooned the Dudleys. He was so pissed. And Bubba was like, come down here. Get your ass down here, come over the guardrail. I dare you. Of course the kid won. But anyways, Dudleys and Bubba Ray destroyed people on the mic in 98. Especially the fans. They almost started a ton of riots. They probably did start a ton of riots. So then Bubba says something to Beulah on the mic before the match. And she's like, and then Beulah grabs the mic and is like, well, I must be drunk from the Sandman's beer now. Or I think Bubba said about Beulah, he's like, I'd have to be drunk to think you're attractive. Or only a drunk person would think you're attractive. You would have to be drunk. I disagree. I thought Beulah was fucking hot in the 90s. And she still looks good. Also, the mother of Tommy Dreamer's daughters. So Beulah, then Bubba says, I would have to be drunk to think you're attractive or something. And then Beulah's like, well, Bubba, I must be drunk because I think you look skinny now or something like that. Or I'd have to be drunk to think you look skinny. Because Bubba at the time was like probably 350 or something. Or 320. I don't know. But that was just good stuff. If they put that It Ain't Seinfeld on the network, I don't know if they'll include that promo battle before the match, but it was epic. So that was It Ain't Seinfeld. Super Show. This ends my part 2 of Year in Wrestling Reloaded 1998. I will mention real fast. I want to talk about WCW. Uncensored 98 had a good main event. Sting defended the world title against Scott Hall. That was a very good match. One of Scott Hall's best matches in his WCW run was against Sting at Uncensored. Scott Hall got the title shot because he won World War III 97. I don't know why they waited like 3 to 4 months to give him a title shot. In April, WCW Spring Stampede, Sting, Macho Man for the world title. It was awesome. Miss Elizabeth even took a bump and I believe got knocked out by a Stinger splash or something. Or I think Stinger splashed into her because Macho Man moved or something or pulled Elizabeth in front of him. So NWO White and Black was starting to break up in 98. They were a mess. They weren't that good. And God almighty, at Uncensored, you had Hogan and Savage in a cage. Nobody fucking cared to see that. Nobody wanted to see that. Nobody wanted to see Hogan Savage in 98 or 99, but they had a couple matches together. So this ends my Year in Wrestling 1998. Again, Sting, Scott Hall was great at Uncensored, and Sting Macho Man was great, I thought. I just wanted to mention those two matches were some of my favorites in 98 in WCW. There will be a part 3 Year in Wrestling Reloaded 98. Bye for now.